Hello everybody! I'm remaking the Alarm Pheromones Uptime Strat video from yesterday because I ended up rushing it way too much and it didn't turn out very well or meet my quality expectations as a result of that. So today I'm going to correct the issues that video had and just do an overall better job. So let's get started. Mario Kart is bad. You know it. I know it. Everybody knows it. This is not a controversial opinion. Mario Kart is bad. The only reason people have been using it up until now is because there was no other good alternative. So today I'm going to present you a strat which gives you full uptime and has a high chance of clean baits resulting in nice and easy dodges. Now I know that you might be thinking there's no way that's true, but I would recommend at least giving it a try first. We've been experimenting with it in Party Finder for the last 3 days, and every single person that has tried it has said that they much prefer it over Mario Kart. Now maybe Mario Kart is better for prog, and if you want to keep doing it, nobody's going to stop you. But I'm going to show you an alternative method, and that's really all it means to be. I'm going to break this video into 4 sections. 1. The mechanic, where I'll explain how the mechanic actually works, because apparently some people don't fully understand all the inner workings and small technicalities about the mechanic itself that allow us to do a strat like this with consistency. Probably because I've just been running around in a circle for the last 6 weeks. 2. The strat, where I'll explain the strat. POVs. These ones will actually be good. Those last ones were not great to say the least. And 4. The statistics, where I'll do a quick look at the probabilities between the strats. Alright, so this mechanic is not completely random. There is still RNG involved, and so any strategy will have lots of variance incorporated in it, but it's not completely random. Why not? Well, there's basically 5 rules or fundamentals to the mechanic. Number 1, there are 16 total bees. Number 2, the bee spawns are all unique, i.e. no 2 bees can spawn in the same spot. Number 3, each player will bait a total of 2 bees. Number 4, each player must have baited 1 bee before anybody can bait a second bee. And number 5, a bee spawns every second, starts casting after 2 seconds, telegraphs the line 5 seconds later, then finishes casting after 1 second. What this means is that once a bee has started baiting towards you, you can sit in line with the arrow for 5 seconds before you're forced to move. As it's going off, 6 other bees will have spawned, 5 of which are casting. That is to say, you have a very high chance of baiting multiple bees to the same location if you just sit still for a bit. Combine this with rule 4, and if we split into role pairs, each pair has a 75% chance of having baited 2 bees by the time the first one even goes off. And that's exactly what we're going to do. We're still going to take the tank buster after beat 1 north. This is to help the tanks position the boss. We're going to split into our role pairs into these positions. Tanks in the middle, ranged southwest, healers southeast, just above the stinger below the east-west line, and melee's max melee north. To handle this, the DPS and healers are going to stand as close to the wall as they can to try and bait as many lines into the wall as possible. Ranged DPS are going to do their best to stay within this square, healers will try to stay within this square, and melees and tanks will just try to stay within this square. The bees start spawning, and the baits start going out. We're going to try and bait 2 lines before moving. As I explained earlier, you have a 75% chance to get this. We move as the telegraphs start, or just a bit before if you want to be safe. Then move back to our spot once it's safe to do so we can do the second set of baits. And that's really it. It's not just a spread and YOLO strat, it's more controlled than that. But there is quite a bit of leniency in it. Just do your best to get back to your pair position to bait lines, while also being safe dodging the lines. Not very complicated. You still have to use your eyes, and you still have to learn how to dodge. There is still inherent randomness. But the point of this strat is to give full uptime, or as close to it as possible, whilst reducing the possibility of potential bad baits by baiting as many into the wall, or as few through the middle, as much as we can. And that's that. I would really recommend giving it a try. I know there's a variant of this that some people are trying out over on JP. It might be slightly better, It might be slightly worse, it might be the same. But give it a try, and let me know how it goes for you. We're going to have a look at some of the probabilities of this strat now by checking out potential baits. So here, we have all the baits that can be directed at the ranged players. Green is all the possible good baits, ones that don't have a negative impact on how other people have to move, and red lines are the possible bad baits that force people to move in a way that might be annoying. We can see that only 3 out of 16 of these make people move a bit. The healer's lines are the exact same, just flipped. The melee's lines are all mostly good as well, just some that might make the healers or ranged move, and ones through the middle that a tank would also have to avoid. And then we have the tank's baits, which might look kinda bad, but 4 of these are not really bad, just need to be avoided by moving here or here, which can naturally just happen while you're dodging anyway. And so we have the probabilities of each roll giving a bad line, and again, the tanks aren't really bad, I just classified some lines that way. Because of how this mechanic works, and the fact that the majority of possible baits don't interfere with other people, each time a bait goes off, the odds of getting a good bait actually increases. Why? Well, if you think of it like this, if a healer or a ranged manages to bait the South B, it eliminates one of the 4 possible bad lines from the melees. So anyway, we can have a look at the probability of getting a bad pattern, which can be seen as the probability of specific people getting baits from specific Bs. It's a bit more nuanced than this, but this is just a cursory overview of it. Now when we look at the probability of a bad pattern in Mario Kart, what ends up happening is because the entire group is moving together, they essentially act as a single large entity, eliminating the reductive component of specific people getting targeted, leaving us with just the probability of specific Bs giving baits. Which means that overall, there's a higher potential for bad patterns to ruin the flow of the mechanic. And that's about that. If you're interested, you can look a bit more into the probabilities yourself. You know, write up a Python or a MATLAB script or something. Leave a comment about anything you find. I'll read it. And yeah, that's it. I hope this video was better than the last video, lol. If you did like this video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. You can find me on Twitch or Twitter at BKBLive, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.